Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Ako po si Trixie Cruz Angeles. Pasensya na, late na naman ako. Ito po ang Luminous. Today, lumabas po ang part 3 ng interview ni Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. And it seems to me quite one of the heaviest of all of the segments. Well, one can be considered one of the heaviest of the segments because she not only did she now identify two people who are the most responsible para dun sa budget, sa national budget, yung talagang nagko-control ng national budget, ngunit ipinakita pa niya ang alyansa doon sa Makabayan Bloc with Speaker Martin Romualdez at yung machinations nila, yung mga ginawa nila para to spring on Inday to attack her at precisely this last budget hearing. Sipin mo, pang ilang taon pa lang na nagpa-budget hearing, pangatlo. VP Inday knew that this was coming. Alam niya na padating yung atake. Alam niya na may gagawin sila. So one of the things that she did prior to this budget hearing was to resign from the Department of Education. Kasi alam niya na hindi siya papayagan mag-succeed. Hindi siya papayagan itong mga ditong unholy alliance, itong mga kongresista na mag-succeed as department secretary. They would find ways para they would find ways and just find more ways para mag-stumble, para magkaroon siya ng mga hits tawag sa Commission on Audit. They would always find something wrong with what she has done. And magninitpick sila at magninitpick and make it explode it, make it look really bigger than it actually is in order to try to destroy her. At yun na nga, nakita niyang padating at nangyari na nga. Ito So ang sinasabi niya doon sa na she knew na paghahandaan siya doon sa budget hearing. At yun na nga, sabi niya, ayan, may dumating na PowerPoint presentation pa. Merong isa na, hindi ko mabasa lahat ng attachments, mahaba ito, hindi ako ready, ay sus. Pero may prepared speech. So nakita nyo na in less than 3 years, there was a short like honeymoon period, di ba? Pero where akala natin okay lang, akala niya that she was part of a team, that she was building up the team, that she was okay with this team, yung pala umpisa pa lang ay niloloko na siya. And in this time, meron siyang mga resibo. Kitang-kita naman na pumasok ito sa record. So, muli, balikan natin ang ating topic. So, what she did was to narrate kumbaga, yung journey towards this. So, ano yung nangyari? Confidential funds. Bakit siya humingi ng confidential funds to begin with? Ito yung importante. Bakit siya humingi ng confidential funds to begin with? One of the things was there are certain schools that are very vulnerable to insurgents. Pinapasok, there are videos even on YouTube na nakikita natin na actually pinapasok. There are overt acts of violence in schools which are supposed to be zones of peace. Bukod pa dyan, there are activities that could lead to kids as young as high school age na sumama dun sa mga insurgents, magrebelde. That was the gist. Of course, merong iba na where you want to prepare, you want the other funds were supposed to be not just to ensure the security, the physical security of the schools, but to prepare the children to be able to resist the propaganda of recruitment by by insurgents. So medyo hindi naman nakakagulat, it cut even more deeply na nagkaroon ng alyansa si Speaker Martin Romualdez with the Makabayan Bloc. Ang Makabayan Bloc, identified yan with the CPP, NPA, NDF. At ang matagal nang sinasabi ng LCAC ng FTF-LCAC before has been that these above ground, these legitimate organizations such as yung ACT Teachers Party List and other similar organizations ay tumutulong sa doon sa mga designated terror groups. So, hindi nakakagulat na nung na-propose yung confidential funds noon, ang pinakamabigat na tutol ay galing dito sa block na ito. At binantayan nila yan, lying in wait until such a time as pwede nilang atakihin yon. Hindi nagtagal yan. Within a year, after she had asked for confidential funds, hiningi niya ito in 2003, 2014 na trabaho na siya. So itong year na 2004, when VP Inday Sara went to the budget hearing ng Office of the Vice President, alam niya na ang nasa harap dyan, ang forefront dyan, na attacks would be coming from the Makabayan bloc. Maaga pa lang, and this is how long nila inintay at kung gaano katindi yung pagtatrabaho, binigyan siya ng confidential funds. Pero saan ang galing yun? Congress didn't want to give it to her. Sino ang nagbigay? Surprisingly, it was the Office of the President. Uulitin ko yan para dun sa mga magugulo sa Kongreso. Sino ang naggawa ng desisyon na bigyan ng confidential funds ang Vice President, who was concurrently Secretary of the Department of Education? It was the Office of the President. Ano pa ang pruweba natin dito? Bukod sa OP ang nag-release ng CF kay VP Inday sa DepEd, the Office of the President signed on the National Expenditure Program. Yung proposal para dun sa CF na yon, tandaan natin, andun sa budget proposal for noong 2023. Sino ba ang pumipirma ng budget proposal na yan, ng National Expenditure Program? Hindi ba ang presidente? And the president would speak, sinusumiti yan yung mga proposals ng kada ahensya, isinusumiti yan ng mga heads of agencies sa Pangulo, sa DBM, and the final signatory is from the president. Andyan yan. In Inday Sara's term, nasa papel. Or, as we say, documented naman yan. So, sinasabi ng iba trap yun. Pero ako, I'm not sure. It's a good theory. It's a good theory na binigyan siya talaga nun para yun ang gamitin para bakbakan siya. Pero I think, kasi in the early days, ang feeling ko is that there was still, at the start, a genuine attempt na meron talagang unity. Hindi siya nagtagal, of course. Hindi nga umabot ng ilang buwan Alam namin na within so many months, hindi pala tunay ang unity. So ang desisyon ni VP Inday there were two major decisions. Gawa ng realization niya na ito. Number one, ang pagbibitiw niya sa Department of Education. Maayos siyang nagtrabaho. Maayos siyang nag-liquidate. Pero, pinagplanuhan siya. Kasi, ito na, dito, nagpo-propose siya ng confidential funds ng 2023. Okay? Nung nagpo-propose siya ng confidential funds ng 2023, ayaw na nila, di ba? Hindi na nila ibibigay. Kumbaga, inano siya, ang daming question nung nagpipresenta siya, not just in the Congress, but also in the House, in the Senate. Tapos, after pinaglaban niya, dinipensahan niya with the full belief na mayroon talagang nakikinig at mayroon talagang magbibigay dyan. Pero, yun pala, pinagplanuhan na siya. Sabi niya, di ba, susunod noon sa halimbawa ko ay yung budget of the Office of the Vice President. Kung makikita ninyo September 2023, merong lumabas na press release, ang Makabayan Bloc. Sabi nila, may meeting kami with Congressman Martin Romualdez, pinag-uusapan namin ang pagtanggal ng confidential funds. September yon ng 2023. Sabi niya, pagkatapos nagkwento sa akin ng isang congressman, sabi niya, lumapit daw sa kanya si congressman ko at sinabihan siya na tatanggalin namin ang confidential funds ni Inday Sara. Hindi ba siya magagalit? Of course, sinabi ng congressman na kaibigan ni VP Inday, kaya ni VP magtrabaho ng walang pera. Ang tanong pa ni Kong Zaldi, sigurado ka na hindi magagalit si Inday? Yung sabi ni congressman, hindi. Hindi nga nagalit si VP Inday, pero light bulb moment yun. Dinefend niya ng maayos yung sa OVP, tapos anong sabi ni Congressman Zaldi sa kanya? Unanimous decision ng party leaders under the leadership of Congressman Martin Romualdez. Tatanggalin namin ang confidential funds. At dahil sa, sabi niya, at para hindi halata na inaatake siya, yung ibang departments tinanggalan din. Sabi niya, kinongclude niya, so nakikita niyo bumulong ang Makabayan Bloc kay Martin Romualdez at dahil sa kagustuhan ni Martin Romualdez na hindi siya atakihin at dahil sa gusto niyang suportahan ang Makabayan at ang NPA, nakinig siya at ang ginawa niya, tinanggal yung budget. Okay?